Well, this is my first video review. I decided to start reviewing trade paperbacks. So why Star Wars? Because I can. So let's get started with Star Wars, Clone Wars, Battle of Kamino, and other stories. Approximately 1 month after the Battle of Geonosis. Nice little splash page, but doesn't explain much. The Wheel. Shortly after the Battle of Geonosis. Okay. If this was the first Star Wars thing you had read, listened to, eaten, watched, or whatever, this does not explain anything. If I started a story with 1 month after the Battle of Vinny Ridge, I was in Bear Lake eating a beaver tail, most of you would have no idea what I'm talking about. Well, we have two characters, and I'm sure they're going to explain what's going on and add depth to the Star Wars universe. First kill goes to Purple Hair. We then meet a green-skinned alien. He wants her alive now rather than dead. Why did he want her killed in the first place? I don't know. Let's move on. This is making Purple Hair sad. Meanwhile, in Yoda's chamber, the Jedis are talking about the political situation. How Jedis are becoming generals in the Grand Army of the Republic. Oh, and Vosh is in hiding, doing some undercover work, as Jedis do. They need someone to investigate Vosh, and since Mace Windu, Yoda, and Scarface are busy, they send Blue Girl. Blue Girl quickly finds Bat Boy, who might know something, but leads her into an ambush. Since she's a fully trained Jedi Knight and they're a bunch of thugs, this takes 3 panels. Then turns out that Vosh was behind her all along and could have helped her, but chose not to. We need to talk privately. We're going to break up, aren't we? This is where the Spider-Man speech comes in. With great power comes great responsibility. No time for that. Purple Hair is meeting some tentacles. Tentacles. Purple Hair. Blue Girl. I think I've seen this anime before. But this isn't actually that anime, so they have to rescue the girl. They dive into the water to fight the monster. Dive into the water so they can shoot the monster in the face with a gun. Why did they shoot the monster with a gun? While in the water rather than with a gun on the shore, I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to get wet. A short time later, it's revealed that Purple Hair is carrying a disc all along, and the disc is what they needed. The disc has evidence that the Separatists are going to attack Kamino, so that they're going to need to make a copy so the green guy has the original. But how to return the disc? Well, Purple Hair volunteers to bring it back and totally looks like an adult who can make her own decisions and go to that concert no matter what her daddy says. So the handoff goes down, and just one more thing. I have to kill my men.
Double kill!
Of course, Greenskin, after killing his own men, uses forced persuasion to try and get her to kill herself. But she is saved by the power of Force Yank on his gun. But he has a second gun. Not sure where he kept it, though. And the girl takes only what I can call a swan dive. Vosh has to save her in the most manly swan diving way. Since Vosh is saving the girl and the girl needed saving, Blue Chick comes in to save the day. But in the old green versus blue, they go into the forced persuasion. And since Blue Girl is a fully trained Jedi Knight, and Greenskin is what I can only amount to a non-syphilitic ridden Al Capone, I just have to give her the edge on this one. The lightsaber edge. So all is well since what they wanted to do with the disc went nowhere. All is well, other than the war. The information gets carried on, and Bat Boy ends up dropping all information to the guy in all the movies. You know who he is, right? Yeah, yeah. And the first issue ends with Jedi will die. The second issue starts off with the Battle of Kamino, where we finally get to see Kamino, and starts with Anakin yelling, "Master!" Nope, wait, never happened, just a dream. Moving on. Time to talk to other Jedi in a mission brief. They know that we know that they know that we know that they know, so we're going to do a thing now. We see more clips from the movie, the one that everyone has had to have seen by now, right? All this is going on in Anakin's head, and I think this actually means I killed a bunch of sand people, kissed a girl while thinking of Count Dooku. Oh, and Qui-Gon Jinn was there somehow. This is making Anakin quite moody, and since there's no space book in Star Wars, he has to deal with this by himself rather than talking to others. He decides to start playing with droids. Of course, he fails at that until Blue Girl comes along and makes it work by using the old "it was already working" or the Force or both Jedi trick. So they need to fight. In their fighters, they need Anakin.
Now this is pod racing.
It looks like they have 8 fighters going up against a capital trade ship. All the ships they were carrying to the fight. Luckily, the droids are basically flying cardboard cutouts. Even the master, I'm only in this for one panel, gets the one on Anakin's tail. And I have this tail. Don't ask why. But while they were saving Anakin, Obi-Wan Kenobi gets taken out, crashes into a separate mission area, and gets to battle a freaking Ogopogo. This Ogopogo eats freaking spaceships. Must have tasted either really good or really bad, because Ogopogo just leaves. But you can't have a boss fight without add-ons. They quickly take all of these down, so I'm awarding 50 XP each for fighting a mid-boss and the add-ons. So after the mid-boss fight, a helpful taxi service shows up to take them back to the fight.
Hi there, I see you're in need of transportation back to the fight.
Why, yes, we are.
Well, it just so happens my fish here happened to be along in Lake Ogopogo, and the flying piranha's in the area. So why not hop aboard?
What is that thing's name?
We call it fish food. Anyways, back to the fight.
Django's Legacy time. This is where the clones and Jedis are getting beaten. The cloners' plan? Let's throw all the clones at them. Maybe it'll jam up their gears. They'll show me the children. Yeah, this kid's probably not going to make it. The old look behind you trick still works on the droids, and the clone troopers show up, looking more badass than any stormtrooper ever will. You could have saved yourself. Have a gun. Look, 2 of my fully trained and geared clones have been shot. Well, this is a good idea because the kid now has a gun. Not even the clone troopers are badass enough to save the day. We have Jedi here for that. Of course, they still need to fight droids, and the kid needs to get to somewhere else. You can't see the trooper's face, but I assume it's, "But I just gave a kid the gun." So more droids show up, so of course more Jedi have to show up. We took a break from the fighting, but our clothes were in the dryer for a while. So what did we miss?
Well, sir, we've been getting our asses kicked. But I have an idea.
Okay, we're in the cloning room. Now what?
Blow everything up.
But why?
Clones grow up loyal. Or not at all.
Characters are now underwater, have no chance to escape, outmanned, outdroid, outgunned. So what are they going to use? The Force. It will save us from everything. And of course that works because it's the Force, and there's no way these aquatic droids would ever get down there.